Well, middle of the night, I don't look like much, but what I wanted to say was been having such a good time learning geometry, but when I learn something like this, I always like to translate it into other languages because that's my thing. And so one of the things that I've been trying to learn in other languages is mathematical expressions and how to do math in other languages. And so I actually started to look under géométrie, which is geometry in French, and I found French lectures on geometry. And I'm like, cool. So I thought that I would try to talk for a little bit, and then I would put some links in for you in case you're just curious about that. And it's kind of exciting because it kind of connects me with the world, and I like to be connected with the world. I don't really like to have everything just in my own little backyard. I'm not really big on that. I've always felt I've always wanted a larger picture. I've always wanted to be part of a larger something. I don't know, it's just who I am. Um, I've always been like that. And so, anyway, I like to see what the rest of the world is doing with geometry as well while I'm learning it. So yeah, I have to gab here for 3 minutes, as you know, and I always complain about it. But um, but yeah, I'm starting to look this up a little bit. One of the first things I did when I started my notebook was to list how to say geometry in all different languages. And so I can use those as a search. Boy, I tell you what. Yeah, so anyway, I can use all these as a search, which I might put on might put a picture of them on my cover here rather than my ugly mug, and see what's going on with geometry in the rest of the world. So I'll have a little fun with it too while I'm at it. Well, it is fun. I think it's kind of fun. It's kind of interesting. Um, I find that if I kind of work hard at it, I can I can do math, and I'm kind of excited about that because I never could do it. I just I just gave up at some point. At some point, I thought this is something I'm not good at. I can't do. I'm stupid in it for some reason, and I just can't do it. And so I just stopped trying. And a lot of it might have been how I was taught. I think the nice thing about online learning is that you've got a lot of time. I mean, you can go back over if you need to do a lecture again, you could do it again. But when you're in school, you can't redo a lecture. You can't redo anything. It's done, it's done. You understand, you don't understand. If you don't understand, maybe you can get some help, maybe you can't. It's not always a certain thing. And so you might get left behind or whatever, and then especially in math, everything builds on everything else. And if you miss chunks, you miss out. You don't get the skills you need. And so I really think online learning is really helpful. It's really funny because my brother he's kind of a computer nerd. He's in IT, and he's quite good at what he does. But he had a horrible time in the classroom, and then he found online classes, and so he was able to get his degree online, and he did a lot better with that. I just think it's whatever the person needs. Some people really thrive on the classroom experience. I always really liked it, but some people don't. And I kind of had to teach myself to learn online, but I'm a lot better at it now than I used to be. But anyway, yeah, I'll just put some links in for some foreign classes in geometry, and I think it's kind of fun just to drop in and see what everybody else is doing.